So I'm going to take you in the bus and show you the process that we go through of getting Luna ready to travel, how we place things, what things stay on the counter, and how we kind of keep everything where it needs to be while we bump down the road. So let's go check it out. Hi, Oakley.
So we have to do a little bit of prep work before we hit the road when we're driving the bus somewhere. Most of our stuff stays in place with that museum putty that we've mentioned before, but there's a few things like our hanging pot and the fan and some other stuff back here that we actually kind of put down into place. There's a few extra things sitting here right now. So this pile isn't usually here, but that's just kind of there because Adam's got a few projects going on. Sorry, Sybil. So we have a few plants that we just set in our sink. That way they can't go anywhere. They're super sturdy. The rest of these are actually all in place with museum putty, so this stuff won't move. We put our oven down on the ground over here. I take the shelves out of it and put them under the dog bed because they rattle while we're driving, and then I put a towel under the lid because, again, it keeps the lid from rattling, and I feel like that probably makes the bunnies crazy. And then I just kind of have a few things I put under the table here, and again, for rattling purposes, I always take the top off of our one burner. The fruit hammock stays in place just fine. And then we always set up an extra, we have our dog kennel. It's a pop-up portable dog kennel, and for us, this is just a safety precaution. If we were to ever get pulled over, we want to have a place to secure our dog, Oakley, because she would be that dog who would bark at a police officer. So we want to have an opportunity to say we're securing our dog and actually have a safe place ready to go for her. So this is always popped up while we're driving, and then it just collapses flat, and we just store it in the shower when we're not using it. I usually have an extra stack of books behind my bed because I've run out of shelf space. So when we drive, I usually just take that pile and I set it on the bed just so they don't come flying down. Obviously, that's a lesson learned from this happened before. So I just put my books on the bed and put the pop-up kennel, put our oven down right there, get it all secure, put the few things under the table. And then the other thing that I do is grab our vacuum because it will fall over. And I just set our vacuum on the floor like this. That's where this piece came from earlier. And now the vacuum is kind of secured. And then the last thing that we do is make sure the water pump is off while we're driving. And then I just go through and I just lock all of our cabinets and drawers. So these have these little latches that just go like that. So now when we go around a corner, nothing can come out. That's bungeed in place. I pick up the rabbit water while we drive because our bunnies drink out of a bowl.
I'm sorry, it's really dark. Having a hard time getting the camera to pick it up in there.
So we take the bunny water out just so it doesn't spill everywhere. I make sure that one's locked. Our big utility drawer, which actually in our last video I never showed, this is where we keep all of our utensils because we cook a lot and bake a lot, so I like to have all my stuff. So I just lock that up, and then I just kind of go through and make sure the rest are locked in place and latched in place, and we're good to go. And we check our overhead fan, our skylight, our windows, and that's pretty much it for when we drive. The last thing that we also check for, we have an exterior checklist. Adam goes through and just does a quick check of the oil, checks the bike rack, turn the propane off, and make sure all the tires look good as he does kind of a walk around, and then we're good to hit the road.
All right, so we just made it to the Anacortes Ferry Terminal. We are now going to wait probably about a half an hour. We decided to get here really, really early because we wanted to potentially have the chance to get in the front of the ferry to give you guys a really good view. Unfortunately, there are several other trucks that have the same idea, so I don't know if we're gonna get a front view. Either way, we can still get up onto the dock and show you guys the beautiful, amazing view that is the ferry ride from Anacortes to Friday Harbor. So we're gonna go hang out in the bus, maybe get a little bite to eat while we're waiting, and we'll get loading hopefully here in the next hour and a half or so. Okay, so now that we've got our outdoor living area kind of all set up, it's time to go inside and get the bus put together so that it's in our normal living space routine. So let's go inside and see how we do that.
And let's also just point out the fact that when we park somewhere, the very first thing we actually do is Oakley goes for a walk, Sybil, the cat that never stops eating, gets more food, and we check on the bunnies and give them their water bowl back and all of that. So the first thing we do is we kind of take care of them now that we're not driving and we're parked. Then once everybody's been taken care of, we can start unpacking and getting settled.
like that, all put together.
High five, we did it. Made it to San Juan Island, kind of our first vacation of the summer.
It's always a bit of a cluster getting off of the ferry in San Juan Island because it's such a small town and there's so many people that have been on a ferry for an hour and all they want to do is get off. And some people will come to San Juan Island just for the day, so they're in a super hurry to just get everywhere that they want to go and try and get it all done in a day, whereas in bus life, kind of just chill and go with the pace. But once we got out of town and got to this beautiful bluff, life's good.
It's like island time and bus life time combined.
Yes.
Which means it's ultra chill. So we just let everybody else rush, do their thing. We just take our time getting here. Now we're all set up and ready to enjoy the next 2-3 weeks. We don't really have an end date figured out yet, but we're pretty stoked about it. So we hope you liked this video, and if there's something else you guys want to see on this channel, whether it's more tutorials or bus life, vlog style, go ahead and leave a comment below and we'll do our best to come up with some content for you guys.
If you did like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any notifications when we post another video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Leave us a comment in the comments section below and let us know if
if you have anything you want to talk about.
No, too rambly.
I would say, well, first of all, you're telling people to leave a comment in the comment section. Just say, leave a comment below. Yeah. Wait for that. Plain. Cut. Try one more time. So we hope you liked this video. One of the most awkward two people ever.
Sometimes.
Okay. Do your thing.